Hey folks, I am here today in Anderson Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and we're going to be taking a walkthrough of this new community by Parkside Builders. We're going to be taking a look at the types of homes that they're building here, the price points, amenities, HOA fees, the school system, as well as what's nearby and what may be coming close by in the future as well, which is important to know if you are considering a move here, so stick around to the end for that. Now, I've been here before and I've done a couple home tours, which you can check out on this channel, but this is the first time actually walking through the community itself. So on that note, my name is Darren A. Wilson. I am a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. Let's go ahead and take a walkthrough of Anderson Park. Okay, so starting out front in front of Anderson Park, this is right here on Parish Place. Okay, this is like probably the primary entrance into Anderson Park. If you're coming from Indian Lake Boulevard, Anderson Lane area is right here. So you do have a nice little courtyard here, as well as a pond behind it with a fountain. And this is phase one. Okay, so this is the part that is totally complete here at Anderson Park. They do have those tall and skinnies there. That one straight ahead is actually the model home. They also have the office there for Parkside Builders. Now, those tall and skinnies are not going to be available for order again, probably until late 2025. They do have to get through phases 3 and 4. And once they are, they will probably be starting at a base price of in the mid 500s. Okay, there are some resales here on occasion. There is a couple here right now. But if you did want new construction, that's what you're looking at. Now over here on the left side, you do have Graysons and Fishers, and on the right, you do have the Savannah, Tahoe, and Charleston townhomes. The Graysons and Fishers, I've covered those on this channel, are going from between the mid 300s to the upper 300s and really pretty much right at 4. Whereas the Savannah, Charleston, and Tahoe's going to be something more like the lower to mid 400s. They do have a few lots available for order for those, but they're likely not going to be ready until either late next year or 2026. Now, lastly, they do have another style of home. They are row houses. Okay, so these are basically like 3-story houses that are going to be available later on, probably for order in 2025, which are 3 stories tall, and they're going to be part of phases 3 and 4, and those are going to be coming in around the mid 400s. Okay, so that's kind of what the price ranges look like here at Anderson Park. Okay, a quick note on the parking here at Anderson Park. You'll notice that the Grayson and Fisher townhomes, as well as the single family homes, have their garages in the back. Okay, so you will have alleyways like this in order to access that garage. And then with the Savannah, Tahoe, and Charleston townhomes, those are actually going to be in the front. So you'll have a short little driveway and access to the single car garage. Now, on top of that, out in front of the homes, you've probably already noticed, there is parking available on the street, and there's also a couple different spots next to the currently where the model home is at, and also next to the dog park / playground, where there will be some common parking areas as well. Here we have a shot of the dog park, and the playground is right next to it here. There's a little bit of extra parking over here. And then I would assume that once they build the clubhouse and pool area, there's going to be some common parking spots over there as well. Here you can see there's still some construction going on, but you do have those several common spots right there. Now, while we're on the subject of amenities, they do have this nice trail here. Obviously, the sprinklers were on at the time that I was making this video, but this trail is going to extend to the end of Anderson Park, which they are still completing right now, and it goes out to Parish Place. Okay, and that's actually kind of nice because you can take that out to all the different retail and whatnot that is really just down the street from you. And also you can connect on Calendar Lane, okay, which we'll show that in a little bit, to the Hendersonville Greenway walkway, which is really nice. That goes all over Hendersonville. They've worked really hard in this city to get that really connecting all over the place. It connects to all the different parks in Hendersonville. You have pretty easy access from Anderson Park to the library from Anderson Park down that Hendersonville Greenway. So if you are a walker, this is a great thing to take advantage of if you are considering a move here. Now this little spot over here, this is sort of one of those areas that is currently undeveloped. It may be in the future, however. It's sort of important to know. We're going to be talking about that in a minute here. So this right here is sort of the half of Anderson Park that's not yet developed. They're in the process of doing that. And over here, they're going to be building the clubhouse and pool right there. Actually, they're going to be having regular events at that clubhouse in the future. They're starting that in January of 2025. So once they get that up and running, man, that's really going to be great for the community. Okay, one thing I didn't have a chance to talk about yet is that all of the grounds here at Anderson Park are managed and maintained by the HOA, okay? And that includes both the common areas, the green space, the dog park, the clubhouse, all that stuff, but also the lots and the yards around the homes as well. In addition to that, the HOA is also going to maintain the exteriors of the homes, okay? So if there needs to be a roof replaced, or there's some issue with the shingles, or there's an issue with the siding on the home, that's something that the HOA will maintain themselves, as well as these common areas that you have here as well, okay? So you can see there's one of those green spaces here. There are nice little benches and whatnot situated around Anderson Park in different sections. They do a really nice job of making it feel like a park outside of the house. It's really quite pleasant. That is one of their specialties, is to really make communities that feel really comfortable and very walkable as well. So you may be asking at this point, well, okay, what does that monthly HOA fee look like for me, considering all the amenities and the maintenance that's covered by it? Well, for the single family homes, it's going to be $90 a month, okay? However, for the townhomes, it's going to be $150 a month. Now, the reason for that disparity between the two is because with the townhomes, you are going to have a bundled insurance policy for the entire row of the townhomes that's shared with you and your neighbors. Okay, so that's something that is covered by the HOA fee, not separately. So last thing before we take a more granular look at the map and layout of Anderson Park and also what's nearby, I wanted to let you know that when it comes to investing here at Anderson Park, it's very kind of limited what you can do. Outside investors are actually not allowed, so you cannot purchase a home here and rent it out. However, what you can do is house hack. So if you are interested in purchasing a home here, you can live in the home for 18 months. And after that 18-month period is up, you can then move out of it and you can rent it out to someone else, okay? That being said, there is a rule from the HOA that says that only 10% at any given time of the homes here at Anderson Park can be rentals, okay? So there is a cap on how many of those homes are actually going to be able to be rented out in the first place. Okay, let's take a quick overview of Anderson Park here on the map. We're going to take a look at a Google map a little later, but for right now, this right here is Parish Place. This is your primary way of getting in and out of Anderson Park from Anderson Lane and Indian Lake Boulevard. And over here you have Calendar Lane, and this connects out to Main Street, Hendersonville. So those are your sort of two ways in and out of Anderson Park. Now, as of right now, they have completed phase 1 and all the homes here, and they're about halfway through phase 2. These are all townhomes, Graysons, and Fishers, okay? And they just started taking orders for these Savannah, Charleston, and Tahoes, okay? Starting in January of 2025, they're going to be building the clubhouse, which is going to have a pool inside of it. They're also going to be hosting events there on a regular basis for everyone in Anderson Park. They do have the dog park up, which you'll see, as well as the playground, and they do have about half of this trail right here that does lead over to Parish Place. And we're going to talk a little bit in just a minute about what's coming over here, what's coming over here, and what's up here as well. If you're wanting to have a single family home purchased, They're not going to be taking orders for those until 2025. They won't be built until 2026 or even 2027. And also, after they get done with this row of townhomes here, they're not going to be doing this style again until phases 5 and 6. And they will have this row house style done here in phases 3 and 4. Okay, so here on the Google Maps, we're going to talk about where the schools are at and where other stuff around Anderson Park is as well. Now, this is a little bit outdated of a satellite photo because most of the homes over here and all of these are already complete. This, however, is still in this state at the moment. Okay, but as we recenter ourselves right here, I just want to take a look at what's nearby as far as retail. And as you can see right here, right outside, you do have restaurants. You have a big Walmart, okay? Right here, Super Center. And when this connects through Anderson Lane from Parrish, right? So this is Parrish, Anderson Lane. You have a whole bunch of more retail over here. Indian Lake Boulevard is really where a large amount of the retail in Hendersonville is. A good portion of it anyways. You have Marshall's, Michael's, Goodwill, all that kind of stuff. Lots of different restaurants. And a little further up the road, you have a Sam's Club, and then you also have the Streets of Indian Lake, okay, which is over here. And this says it's basically like a little outdoor mall. We have a really nice movie theater over here as well, Regal. It's probably one of the nicest theaters that I've been to in the Nashville area. Very convenient. And then also we have the Glenbrook Center. Okay, it's a little further over here. And I'm getting a little turned around looking at this on the map. Here we go. So from Anderson Park, right, which is over here, Glenbrook Center is over here. Okay, so it's best to usually get on Vietnam Veterans from Indian Lake Boulevard, and you do have more retail over here. You have Kohl's, you have more restaurants and whatnot, Puckett's, Panera, Chick-fil-A, and stuff like that. We also just recently got a Costco. This is, like I said, some outdated satellite photos here. So that's super convenient, very easily accessible from the highway. So if you remember the map that we looked at just a minute ago, I'll just flash it right here real quick. This bottom section that you're looking at is actually right here, okay? Now this spot right here is actually zoned for commercial, okay? So it is possible that in the future that this is going to be a commercial space that's right next to Anderson Park, okay? Same thing with this side over here. This is also zoned for commercial as well. It's currently up for sale. Who knows how long it's going to sit there, but just be aware that in the future it is possible that both of these spaces could be filled up by some sort of retail or restaurants or something like that. Now this area over here is likely going to stay the same, at least for the foreseeable future, because this is private land. There are horses that roam over here, as you can see in this shot right here. This is here on Calendar. This connects to Main Street, where you have other retail as well, other restaurants and whatnot that you can find. And this is also how you get to the schools. Okay, so you're going to take, let's zoom back in. So you're going to take Calendar right here over to Main Street, otherwise known as Johnny Cash Parkway. Okay, and then you just take that right over to here, which this is the middle school right here on Indian Lake Road. And you also have Hendersonville High School right here. And then you also finally have Nanny Berry Elementary School as well. Okay, now if you're interested in parks and things of that nature, you have a few different options. We have a number of really nice parks here in Hendersonville, but let's say you want to stay local. Now this right here, as you can see, this is Calendar Lane. This is a, an actual road that goes out to Main Street over here. Over here, this is actually basically a walkway. It's a road, but you can't actually drive on it. There is a gate blocking it. It's a little misleading. It kind of looks like you can just drive straight all the way over here, but you cannot. And this is the Hendersonville Greenway over here. Okay, and that will connect you all the way over to the library. There's a nice little green area over here where there is spots for picnics and whatnot. Okay, but centering ourselves back here on Anderson Park. Also, if you go over here, we have Memorial Park. Okay, so this is Main Street right here, and you come over here and you have Memorial Park, which is really a nice place for kids. And they also have, as you can see, a number of tennis courts, pickleball and whatnot. They have a playground, and they also have a lot of green space, a walkway goes all the way over here. And this connects to the Hendersonville Greenway, which goes all the way around the city. Okay, and then the other really popular park is a bit of a drive from Anderson Park, but it's not so bad, which is Mary's Magical Place at Veterans Park, okay, which is over here. I'm a little turned around. And you also have, a few baseball, softball fields here, a skate park, but really the main attraction here is Mary's Magical Place. And if you've never been there, it's a really nice park for kids, especially if you have a child with any sort of autism or disability. It is really accommodating to kids of all shapes and sizes. So please check out Mary's Magical Place if you have a chance. So the builder here at Anderson Park is Parkside Builders, and they are a local Nashville company that just built here in the Nashville area, and then also they have a couple spots in Chattanooga as well. Now, it's always nice working with somebody local who lives here and grew up here, and this is their home too. And it's a little different vibe than working with one of those publicly traded companies that we see so often in the building space. Now, they do have their design center in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, which is just down the road from Hendersonville. And, if you want any help navigating the new construction process, I do always recommend that you have representation for yourself. And that's something that I do, and I would love to help you out with that. My name is Darren A. Wilson. I am a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. And whether you're interested in new construction or even a resale, that's something you can reach out to me about, and I'd be happy to talk with you about that process. If you're interested, you can sign up for my newsletter down below in the description. I have that at the top link in the description. And you can also visit DarrenAWilson.com, which is my website where you can search for properties as well as use the mortgage calculator that's up there. If you want to see more videos like this, home tours and things of that nature, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching today. If you want to watch another video, you can check out this home tour that I did of the Fisher here at Anderson Park.